Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, February 2nd. It is 6:18 right now. Market's gonna open in about 12 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Got a couple of things here to update and we should be good to go. Got a few more things here. All right. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Zoom link sent out. All right, as people join in, I'm gonna go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here on the daily chart. Color that blue. Going down to the 8-hour. Going down to the 4-hour. Going down to the 2-hour. Going down to the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. Color this red. Down to the 15-minute. 10-minute. And it looks like we're good to go. All right, so we have liquidity marked up right here. Closest level of liquidity down below is going to be at 38,453, and the closest level above is going to be at 38,697. Let's go over to our clean chart. I'm going to mark up 6:30. I'll mark up 8 o'clock. I'm going to go in the higher time frames, 4 hours, see if there's any structure here. Same structure as yesterday. Some structure down here. Go down to the 1 hour. Same structure. Structure right there. And there's nothing else in between here. There's a structure that's currently pending, but I'm gonna leave it as is and we'll just use the 1 minute to identify that. So pretty much have 4-hour resistance level up here. Sure. On here. All right, guys. So here's a clean chart. We pretty much have, let's see. We have 4-hour resistance above. We don't really have anything below, at least not yet. When market opens, sorry guys, 1 second.
For no fees ever New Year promo.
I'm getting like stupid ads. Sorry guys, it's an ad from YouTube. I was getting the YouTube channel up. Getting all these ads for all these new prop firms. So as you guys know, or if you guys saw in the Discord, I posted what happened with TFF. So, I've been warning you guys about this for, the past month, past 2 months now. I mentioned that, MT4, MetaTrader in general is going obsolete. So if you guys saw, I got an email this morning about an hour ago from TFF that they pretty much got kicked off MT4. If you look at their website, the website is completely down. It's kind of similar to what happened with MFF. So it's a bummer because I have accounts with them. They owe me money. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But yeah, this is more of a reason to move over to Apex, guys. So if you guys have any funding companies that still use MetaTrader, don't be surprised if you wake up one day and your accounts are gone, just like what happened with TFF. They say they're gonna fix it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what will happen. Craig said, do I think this will happen with FTMO? I mean, honestly, I can't say. I can't say. TFF was one of the bigger players too. Like TFS is probably one of the top three, right? It was FTMO, MFF, and TFF. Those are the top three. MFF's gone. TFF is gone too. And I mean, we'll see what happens next. I don't think it'll happen to FTMO. I mean, it's gonna be the same situation. They're probably gonna have to kick off all the US clients, which is, understandable. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. So can't say for sure. You're in the UK, Craig, or you're in Europe in general. So I think you might be okay, but I think it's a lot of the US clients that are getting affected by this stuff. But yeah, obviously I'm moving towards Apex, guys. I'm not really looking to mess with any more of these, MetaTrader companies. So, or any of these, any of these brokers that use MetaTrader. So, I mean, it was good while it lasted. And what looks like our main focus is going to be on Apex now. So if you guys want to open an Apex account, they still have the discount going on. So I'll put the discount here again. The discount ends on February 6th. So if you want one, make sure to get it as soon as possible. All right, guys, so we have everything marked up here. We have support resistance marked up right there. I'll come back and take a look at this later. Once market opens, we have our clean chart. There's 4-hour resistance above. The 1-hour resistance below is kind of far off. So I'm not really expecting price to get down there unless it really drops here on open. Looking over here, this is our breakout chart. So I'll come back to this later once market opens. Going over to our clean chart here, I'm going to go ahead and mark up news for today. So there was news over here at 5:30, which was NFP. So we had NFP at 5:30. We have more news at 7. That's about it. So obviously you guys can see the huge candle right here. That's NFP. No surprise. That's typically what happens on NFP. And then we have more news at 7 o'clock right here. That's pretty much it. Looking over here at the questions, Albert is asking, Sean, what contract size are you using on Apex? For my 150K account, I'm using a 12 contract size. That's more on the riskier side because it's higher risk, but it's still conservative. So I would never go higher than 12 right now, just because I'm in the eval phase. I'm doing 12, but once I get funded, I'm going back to 10. So if you want to do conservative trading, 10 contracts is conservative. You can lose more than 3 times before having to blow your account, which should not be a problem because we never really lose that much. I mean, and it depends on your trading too, Albert, because I know you trade differently from me. You don't trade, the smaller moves. You trade the bigger moves, so you might have to go a lot smaller than that. So it's just up to your preference. But for these live session trades, I use the 12 contract, for the breakout and for the scalps. If you're using the bigger trades, because I know you like to trade bigger, like the bigger moves, you probably want to go smaller, just to be within the parameters, right? Because your max loss is 5,000. So you just want to make sure that you're able to stay within that parameter and you don't go past the drawdown limits. So yeah, no problem, Albert. All right, so other than that, let's see who's here so far. Morning, Johnny. Morning, William. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Maria. Gibbs, let's go. Got to yellow my TFF today since they closed all my positions at market close. Right. I guess I'll trade I guess I could use it for today since they're supposed to close everything too. I'm hoping that we could get something out of it, but I don't know. If they're having the same problem as MFF, then I just have no idea. Williams asking question for anyone in the group. Someone brought up Apex will have a 50%, a 90% off. Is this in the works? This, when did this someone think would happen? There's no guarantee it's going to be a 90% off, William. Every month they have some sort of discount. Yeah, so Maddie said they used to have a 90%. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have one for sure. So, I mean, you're still getting a good discount at 71% off, right? If you use my code last month, it was 80% off. So it just fluctuates. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up because now that TFF's getting shut down, I wouldn't be surprised if Apex just pops up out of nowhere and is like, hey, here's a discount code, everyone's getting kicked off TFF, so join our group. So if they do have a 90% off, I'm gonna buy a bunch of accounts. I might buy like another 12 accounts to max out 20 accounts total with Apex if that's the case. I'm in no rush because you're gonna have to pay that activation fee, William. So like, if you have 20 accounts. So for example, I mean it's not I can afford it, but it's like it's just something I wouldn't want to pay for. Like 20 times 280, that's 5,600 to activate all 20 accounts. So yeah, I mean, I would just get the best discount. I think 80%, if you ever see 80%, that's probably like pretty good. 90 is going to be pretty much on the high side. So I mean, 80 is fine. The thing is that you're only getting the discount for the monthly. So as long as you pass your eval within a month or two, it doesn't really make a difference if it was 71% off or 90%, right? Even 71 is good too. All right, guys, market is now open. And we are going to start looking for entries here. So the trend's currently bearish, and we'll be looking for. And sorry guys if my voice sounds kind of funny. I had to go back to the dentist yesterday to get like two of my veneers kind of popped off. I was eating like chips. I wasn't supposed to eat chips. So I had to go back to the dentist and they gave me brand new veneers. So my voice might be kind of funny today again, but even more funny because these are like brand new veneers again for a second day. So just bear with me if I kind of have a lisp or I kind of pronounce things funny. It'll get better over the next couple of days. All right, guys, so market is open. Let's see where this is at. We currently have a bearish trend right now, so I'm not really looking for any buys at the moment. I mean, a buy would be nice, but I'm not looking for any buys at this very moment until we have a shift in trend. So looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 76% short. This indicates that 70% retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently down 87 points. So they're pretty much mixed at the moment right here. There's no overall bias with regards to fundamentals and retail sentiment. Looking over here at the technicals are currently bearish, both on 1 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minutes. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. But the thing that you want to be careful for is that this big drop happened with NFP. So there can be a correction to the upside. So price can really go in either direction. NFP over here was, was positive. So yeah, you might get a correction to the upside, but I mean, who knows, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that for sure has to happen. But yeah, currently right now, the trend is bearish with regard to the pivots. So I'm going to be looking for a sell for the breakout if it does happen. So Maddie, we'll look for that to print. Once that prints, we'll look for the breakout, the PRB, and then we'll go from there. But nothing here yet. I'm kind of glad the market isn't moving all crazy. I prefer it to move a little smoother. I mean, it's still moving, it's volatile, but it's not kind of like spiking all over the place and blocking movement. All right, so we might get this first print right here, Maddie. Gonna sit tight and wait, be patient. No need to force anything here, but it looks like it's about to print. Just keep in mind, guys, today is NFP. So risky trading day, of course, for the most part. There's no V1 patterns here. All right, Maddie, we got the print. We need the space. Once we get the space, we can look for our opportunity for entry. So this is for the PRB entry, guys. There's no official entries right now. There's currently a V1 pattern that's starting to set up right here. So if this candle closes green, I'll mark up structure over here on the main chart for V1 pattern. Not established, but possibly. So I'll take it off for now. I'll come back to it later once we get closer to the candle close. So we need that space, Maddie. All right. So no space here yet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, either one works, man. We either needed to come down further or we needed to just kind of sit in between. But again, it's just a waiting game right now, guys. Man, it's freezing in my office today. The weather's weird. No rain, but it's freezing. All right. No space yet. So we're still looking for the breakout, PRB breakout or PRB entry. There's no V1 patterns here. I wouldn't consider this a space, Maddie, because it's still touching the body. I mean, the end of the body. So I wouldn't count this as space. Cutoff for entry is going to be at 7. So if you don't get an entry by 7, I'm not going to be taking the PRB. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it space because it's technically if there was a wick there, it'd be touching, right? This next candle might be space though. See if it retraces back up. I'm gonna dump down pretty far though. It's all good. There's no V1 patterns, guys. There's no official entries. We're looking for a V1. So first, we're looking for a V1 to establish structure. Once we establish structure for the reversal, then we'll be looking for entry here. So what we're looking for on our main chart for our actual official entries is we're looking for price to push up, retrace down, provide a reversal pattern right here to establish structure, and then we'll look for some sort of entry down here, obviously. So we don't have structure. We don't have a V1 pattern. So once we get that V1 pattern, we can start looking for what we would call an official entry. But we don't have that yet. So main focus right now is going to be the PRB entry, which is just a variation to one of our other breakouts. So if you guys haven't been following the group for the week, the PRB is just it's a small variation to one of the breakout strategies that we apply. We have about like 3 or 4 breakout strategies. It's just a small variation to it. Let me just check to see if there's any sessions down here. There's a 1-minute high down there, so it's got to be a little careful if we get closer to that point. All right, Maddie, if this pushes up higher, we might have our PRB entry here. Yeah, exactly. Target price point's going to be the sessions below. I'll leave my sessions on. I typically don't turn them on because there is no requirement for that for this specific strategy. Man, I guess we'll see where this is at. No entry there yet. All right, just gotta give this some more time here. All right, I might be setting up right here, May. Hmm. See how this candle closes. If this candle closes properly, then there'll be entry here for the PRB. If not, then I'm gonna hold off on it. It has to be like a pretty clean entry. It's not clean right now.
Order.
So technically the entry was right there. Got better entry. Again, my DOM is not working, so I gotta watch it manually. All right, I got out.
Order filled.
All right, guys, I got in at a better entry, so actually I just closed out. You guys heard my thing. It said order filled. Got out for a full TP. I got the full 25 points. Would have gotten more. There we go, guys. There we go. Man, no losses this whole week. This whole week has been like straight wins for the PRB. You guys see that? Man, I love the strategy. It's fucking dope. Yeah. All wins, guys. 5 back-to-back wins, fucking 25 points each. That's crazy, dude. So it's not crazy. It's all right. So I came up with this I came up with this strategy in like an hour. So not bad for an hour of just figuring out what the market's doing right now. So that's like the key of like understanding the market, right? So I kind of I came up with a strategy within like an hour. Like last Friday, I was just bored. I was sitting on my computer and I was like, I want to fix a breakout strategy. So I marked up 6:30 to 7. And I was like, all right, what happens between 6:30 and 7? That almost happens every single day. And I saw the pattern and I was like, okay, for sure, that's gonna be the breakout. So we took this every day this week. That's about, so 25 points times 5, that's 125 points, right? That's crazy because if like for me, I'm trading, so I make about 1,500 times 5. So across all of my Apex accounts, that'd be like 7,500 for the week, almost basically passing my account. For my TFF, unfortunately, TFF got shut down. I was making 2,500. I took it on my TFF account, so they better pay me out on this. I'm hoping so. This times 5 days, right? So 12,500 times 4, that's 50,000. So technically, I would have made 50,000 on my TFF, which solid. All right, guys. So full TP on that right there. I guess this is getting added to the roster, guys. This is one of the official strategies now. So great job on catching this. Looks like pretty much everyone here caught it. There's no V1. Well, actually, there is a V1 pattern here right now. So there might be an official entry for either a V1 or even there's not going to be a breakout V3 because we currently have a sell signal right here. So we need price to retrace and come back down. But this could set up for a possible V1 variation with confluence. Nice. Albert made 1,250, so he used a 10 lot. That's perfectly fine. I used a 12, so I made 1,500. Jonathan said he needs 4 more wins to pass his apex. Nice for Jonathan. Johnny said that move is perfect. Sarah said the holy grail strategy. Yeah. Song said just be the veneers, right? I get some new teeth. I mean, I can brand new. But yeah, guys, so for this strategy here, I don't know if I'm going to be sharing the strategy because I have to make adjustments to it, right? I don't want to share a strategy and then I have to make some small adjustments over the following week. I'll keep applying the strategy so you guys can take the strategy with me and I'll show you. But I'm not going to give you guys the criteria because the market's always changing. So you guys need me to make adjustments to the market, or I'll adjust with the market so that the strategy keeps hitting. So just follow me during these live sessions. We'll keep making money off this trade. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it's applied because sometimes there's some discretion with regard to how we take the entry. But keep making money with me. We'll just keep making money on these live sessions, and I'll keep making small adjustments when necessary. I don't like to let it be known what I'm doing exactly because whenever I do that, it should be. So it's fine. You guys can be on these live sessions, making money with me here. I'll apply the strategy. I'll have to make small adjustments when necessary because that's just how the market works. So there we go, guys. Another full TP right there for the PRB strategy. I'm gonna change my TP stop loss back to regular for these official entries. Nice. I got some slippage, so it actually worked out in my favor. Pretty good profit for the day, guys. And I should have bought more accounts. I was thinking about it this morning too. I was like, should I buy 2 more Apex accounts? I didn't, of course. I probably should have, especially after getting screwed by TFF over here. I mean, I made profits on TFF too, so we'll see if they actually pay me out. Hope so. Ah, man, that sucks. It's like 50K in profits right there on freaking TFF. I could have made maybe I could have made a leaderboard with you, Kit, for once on TFF. As soon as I start using TFF like profitably, it stops working. There's no entries right now, guys, so don't worry. There's nothing for you guys to take here. Back to our main chart, which is right here. There is no criteria for us. But I'll keep looking. Okay, so this zone over here got invalidated. It's no longer there anymore. Damn, yeah, I made hella profit on my freaking TFF. So I made a lot of profit this week, but I'm not going to get paid out any of it because they're having all the stupid issues. Last garbage. Here, I'll show you guys. Man, it's so annoying that TFF had to have those problems just today. Like at least have those problems once I get paid out. Let me get paid out first and then shut down. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm probably gonna get a refund on my challenges, but or not challenges on my I guess the challenge. Oh, they already gave me a refund on 2 of them, so all right, there's no entries right now. Copy image. All right, so let me just go back over the charts real quick to confirm there's no other entries for us at the moment. All right, so no entries right now. There's another V1 pattern that's setting up right here. Possibly, if this candle closes red, it'll set up as a V1 pattern. Might set up for a breakout V3 continuation. So I'll continue looking for that there. But anyways, here are my profits for that PRB entry that we took. So right here, you can see I locked in. I mean, I guess I can just add them up real quick because there's no entries for us right now. 1560, 1560, 1740, 1740, 1740, 1500, 1740, 1560. All right, so I made a total profit of 13,170 on my, or sorry, 13,140 on my Apex accounts. So 13,000, man, I want to buy some more accounts now. So there goes my Apex. Here is my MT4 accounts, 860, 2361, 2361, 2161, 2361. Total profit of 10,104. 1,104 day. And then for the week on my MT4 accounts, I'm up 2512, 6346, 6546, 7908, 8,008, 31,000 for the week. Fuck, man, stupid TFF. I don't think they're gonna pay me out, to be honest. I don't think they're gonna pay anybody out. It's a wasted profit right there. Okay, so 13,000 on my Apex accounts, 10,000 for the day on my MT4s, and 31,000 for the week. I don't know how to calculate the weekly profits for Apex. I mean, I think I could only do one account, but I'll see if I can do that later. Anyways, back to the charts here, guys. There's no V1 pattern, so there's no entries for us here to take at the moment. This is done with, of course. Liquidity down below looks like it got hit. I don't know if anybody caught the lower level liquidity right here. Went straight to TP. So if anybody caught that first liquidity right there, got hit, full TP. Here's our clean chart. Let me see if I can draw up structure over here. So we got the 1 minute, 1 minute resistance right here. And the 1 minute support right there. So you guys can see prices ranging. So we got the 1 minute resistance level right here. And then we have the 1 minute support level right there. Maddie just saw your message. Nice. Johnny's at 5,000 in 2 days. Nice work. She is about to pass. What else is down here? Maddie made 26,295 this week just off breakouts. He's on pace for 100K week, 100K month, actually. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, bro. Nick said, did your Replicano copier work like it was supposed to? Yeah, copied all of them. Let's see, Camel said, with all these prop firms closing, I would love a video really explaining futures. I don't, it's a lot of stuff to cover up. Maybe I can make a video like that eventually, but I don't know. There's so many videos on YouTube, and the Apex frequently asked questions has like pretty much everything covered. So maybe at some point, if I feel the need to explain that stuff, I would. If anything, I'll be explaining during the mentorship. So I'm not going to explain it on here. I'll explain it on the mentorship. And then I guess I can pull like, information from there and just create one small quick video that explains it all. But I'll definitely be explaining that stuff to people who are part of the mentorship. So, but yeah, Camel, I mean, eventually I'll probably do something like that. It's just a lot of stuff to cover, right? It's a lot of stuff to cover, and I'm trying to do as minimal work as possible. Like today, right? I just want to take the breakout and be done for the day. I made some pretty good profits. So I'll look for official entries, but if there's nothing that comes up, obviously I'm not going to force anything. It's got to be like an A+ entry for me to want to take it, especially on Friday and NFP. Nice. Nick made 2,500 on his FTMO. Shannon said, someone said use VPN from another country to use MT4. I mean, MT4 is not working at all in general, Shannon. So it wouldn't matter if you had a VPN. TFF's like not working at all with, I mean, you can pull up the website, right? They don't have access to MT4 at all. It doesn't matter where you're located. If you're on a VPN or if you're anywhere, really, you can't use MT4 with TFF right now. Or, I mean, you can use it, but I don't know if they're going to pay us out. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Vince is asking, do you use the ATM strategy on NinjaTrader to set your TP stop loss for every trade? Yeah, I do, Vince. That's exactly what I use. CT said you can go to the upper right, Tradeovate, get reports. Yeah, no, that's what I meant. So CT, I can do the reports for like one account. I don't know if I can do all of them like I do here with my copier. That's kind of what I was trying to do, get all the accounts loaded up. Or maybe I can. I'll look at it later after the live session. But thanks, CT, for the heads up. I know you can do like one for the performance tab, but I don't know if you can do like, like 8 accounts where it just shows like where all of them are. Or I could be wrong. I'll have to check it out. Cameron's asking, Sean, what do you use to copy trade on Apex? Thinking about getting more accounts to start a mentorship. I'm using Replicanto by Flowbots. Thanks, Nick, for the heads up. There's promo codes out there, so just look out for the promo codes. I would recommend getting their platform versus getting the one from Apex because they do provide updates. So like this weekend or this earlier this week, they just provided an update for Replicanto, which is a copier. If you bought the copier from Apex, there's no updates. So you guys didn't get the new update. That's probably why I made more profit because they updated the copier to be a bit faster with execution. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So yeah, Maddie was asking me, or he said I should make a Discord channel with Apex and copiers. So I think I'll make a, yeah, since Apex is going to be our new platform that we'll be using, guys, I'll create maybe over the weekend or over the next couple weeks. I'll be busy with the mentorship. So if I do have some free time, I'll create a new channel in the Discord and we'll cover, I mean, pretty much all the Apex questions. It'll pretty much be like an FAQ, but it'll be easier to follow, not like on the actual Apex website. Because the Apex website is super confusing. The FAQ covers everything, but it's like dinosaur. It's in the dinosaur times. It's super dated. And I forgot who was messaging me. I think Josh did. I don't know if Josh is on here. Josh was telling me how like all the old people on Apex are sounding all mean on their FAQs. Yeah, you just got to look around. There's a lot of info on there. It's hard to follow. So I'll probably create an FAQ here on the Discord, since that's going to be our new platform of choice. Gary's asking the TFF shut down. I mean, for the most part, yeah, kind of. If you look at the website, Gary, it's down right now. So, I mean, I was already making the move away from MC4, so this is just another push in that direction. So, unfortunately, we'll see. Yeah, Josh said, yeah, everything in caps, grumpy old man. Exactly. Yeah, Kenny said since this is a different situation in MFF, they might eventually have a solution to the issue. So here's the solution. The solution is that they'll have a new platform, but you still can't trade US30 for US clients, Kenny. So if you read it, you read the fine print, it says here, worst case scenario, we might have to migrate to another broker. We'll face issue with the offered symbols, right? That means US clients can't trade US30, NASDAQ, or S&P. So it's the same situation as FTMO. They'll move to another platform, but it's not going to help US clients because we can't trade US30 with them. So just read this part down here. They're talking to us specifically, the US clients. So they'll move to another platform, but we still can't trade US30, which is what we trade. So issues are not going to be resolved. It's going to be the same thing with FTMO. At least for us, for you guys who are located internationally, you'll probably be okay because they'll find another broker to trade on or another platform. But for us here in the US, you know, we're kind of screwed because all we trade is US30 YM. So yeah, I mean it sucks, but it is what it is. Dejan said, hey Sean, what other prop firms is there? I just found out FTMO doesn't sell to US clients anymore. I want to add another account to my Top Step. So you can actually add what we're using now, Apex. Dejan, here, I'll put the link in there. It's currently 71% off. So you can and you can add them to your copier too. So I think my next step is probably to open an Apex a Top Step account. There you go, Dejan. No, Top Step won't have issues because they're a futures platform. So futures are allowed in the US. You just can't trade indices. You can't trade CFDs, contracts for difference. So you can't trade US30, you can't trade NASDAQ, you can't trade S&P. You can trade the equivalent, which is YM. That's what we're trading here, right? This is the equivalent. US30 is just a copy of YM. You can trade futures in the US, you just can't trade CFDs. So the yeah, Kenny said, I just changed my FTMO payout to as early as possible. Yeah, get your money ASAP, Kenny, if you can. I was hoping I could get my payout from TFF like this week so that I could kind of ditch their program too. But I mean, lo and behold, they shut down like the day that I'm supposed to get my payout. Today, I think my payout was due. it's due like on the 5th, I think. So like next Monday, which freaking sucks, but it's all good. I guess I could just leave it as is. Hopefully they'll just refund me or pay me partial, get something out of it, right? Um, Barack says, does platform issue mean money is lost? I mean, it shouldn't be, but I mean, if you're using MFF, your money's lost, right? I don't know anybody who got their money back from MFF. So it doesn't necessarily mean your money's lost, but if the company shuts down and they can't send you the money, then yeah, your money's lost. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not TFF, bro. Like you guys should, if you guys are curious, you should ask them directly, but I don't think you can get to them because their website's not even down. So there's no way to contact them. Um, so I can't tell you if it's lost or not, but if it doesn't fit, if the situation doesn't get fixed, I'd probably give it a month, right? Give it a month. If the situation isn't fixed within a month, then because it's pretty serious. I mean, if everything is shut down, like I could understand if like they just like put this notice here, but you could still log into your account and see everything, that's fine. But their whole website is down. And also if you look on their Discord, their chat's down too, I think. Yeah, there's like nothing here. You can't even post anything on their Discord anymore. So it's not looking good for me for me personally, I don't think it looks good. Yeah, Patricia said just claim it on your credit card. I just did the fact that you can't contact them is a huge red flag. Yeah, exactly. That's a huge red flag. Like the website should not be down. Uh they can put a notice out there, but the website shouldn't be down. Like you should be able to still access your account. It's like MFF before, right? I don't even think the MFF website is is working. Let me check real quick. Yeah, guys, so check this out, right? It's been like since what, like 4 months now? The website still isn't up. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but TFF might be going down. All right, guys, we have news right here. And then we will see where this here will go. So let me mark up news right there. 7 o'clock news. News at 7 o'clock over here was neutral. All right, so news is neutral right here. I mean, not really much to work with. There's still no V1 patterns. This V1 pattern is done with. Yeah, Patricia said they set everyone up that would take US clients. They knew this was going to happen months ago. I know, it's freaking BS. I should have stopped using them. I don't know why I opened 2 more accounts with them. I was trying to get the quick money, that's why. So I knew this, I knew I could have made some quick money with them. I was just a little too slow. Well, I wasn't too slow. They're just a little, they're a couple of steps ahead of me. So I knew I shouldn't have opened a TFF account, but I opened TFF accounts because I wanted to make some quick profit with them before they got shut down, just like MFF. Um, but it's all good. It is what it is. You know, I made my profit with them already, so it's not like I didn't leave with anything. Let's see. Nick is asking, anyone know how to remove assets from your list? Yeah, I don't know how to do that either, Nick. It's super annoying. That's the first thing I do when I open up my NinjaTrader. I always make sure that all my assets are lined up properly and everything is set to YM. If you figure out a way, Nick, let me know. I don't know how to do it. I just haven't played around with it enough to see. Let's see. Outlier said Blue Guardian is good. Never heard of Blue Guardian, but I mean, if you guys want to take a look at them, I mean, I'm not even gonna bother looking at anything else. I'm just gonna use Apex because even with Apex, so for example here, so with Apex, I can do a max of 20 accounts, right? So if I do 1,500 and I take a breakout every morning, make 1,500 times 20, I'm pretty cool at 30K for the day, right? So I'm gonna stick with my Apex for now. I'm gonna max out all my Apexes, and then in the future, maybe I'll look at some other prop firms, but I'll be looking at futures prop firms. I'm not really gonna look at anything that's using MetaTrader. Unless it's like something that I personally know. Like if I know the owner or something like that, I would use them. But I'm not gonna use anything that's not a futures broker or a futures funding company. Nice. Drew said he got his minimum trading days for the account. That should be a PA by Monday. Got four less than 1,500 away, 2K away, two at 2K away. Nice. Yeah, I'm trailing Drew over here. Drew's gonna get like he's aiming for 20 funded accounts with Apex just like me. So I'm excited to see guys. Excited to see everybody here on that next level. All right, so there's nothing here right now. The trend's still bearish, so we're not really looking for any buys here. However, there is a V1 pattern right here. So there's a V1 pattern right there, but there's no entry for us to take here because the trend here is still bearish. I mean, there's not really much of a direction. You can see prices kind of just going sideways. If you go over here to the clean chart, you can see that price is pretty much just going sideways right here. This price goes back and forth. NM said the only problem is if Apex has issues and you have all your funding, then you're screwed. I mean, if that's the case, I'll just open another with another futures broker, right? I already have like three in mind. So I mean, the other one that would be good would be Top Step, which is fine too. I can probably just maybe I'll just run them alongside each other. So because I can just add into my copier and I'll just trade my Top Step and I'll trade it with my Apex. But yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, that's what would happen at him. And I'm hoping that never happens, right? I don't know if Apex has had issues in the past. I'm pretty sure they have. Everybody's had issues, right? But I think they're pretty quick with fixing them. Yeah, no, exactly. I just got to figure out if it's allowed or how to use the copier across different platforms. I think it should be though. So yeah, no, you're right, Adam, 100%. I should not put all my eggs in one basket in case, worse comes to worse. Like with FTMO, I think FTMO was like the biggest curveball, right? I never thought FTMO would have any issues. And here we are. See what else we got. All right, Johnny, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Albert said, is there a US broker we can put personal cash in that we can trade futures with NinjaTrader? Yes. So you can use Tradeovate, same thing you're using now. Just go to the actual Tradeovate website, tradeovate.com, and you can open a futures account with them. I'm actually doing that too, Albert. I'm going to be opening a personal account with them too, and I'll just be copying my trades. Because Tradeovate's the actual broker. It's the clearinghouse. So like Tradeovate's the actual broker. These funding companies run through Tradeovate. So if you want to go straight to the source, you can use Tradeovate. All right, so there's still no entries here. Price is still going sideways. I forgot what I was going to do. I had something in mind that I wanted to do, but I can't remember what I was going to do. Daniel's asking, is funding pips good? I have no idea. I've never heard of them before. If they use MT4, I wouldn't use them. I personally wouldn't use them if they're using MT4 because everybody's going to get kicked off MT4. Like, there's no reason to have any accounts on MT4 anymore. Which I'm glad because this platform is dated anyways. I was just waiting for the opportunity to leave MT4. So I mean, NinjaTrader isn't that much better, but it's more intuitive and it's easier to use compared to kind of sucks. I just started getting good at MT4 too. I started using like understanding how to do stuff on here, but it's all good. I would stay away from the MetaTrader platform in general. Um, yeah, I know. So I wouldn't use the MetaTrader platform at all. I think some platforms allow like C-Trader and stuff like that. I think NinjaTrader, or I mean, it depends on what assets you're trading. Um, yeah, I think it just depends on what assets you're trading. Because if you're trading Forex, I use Forex.com. That's a broker I use. I trade directly on TradingView. That's how I have my Forex trades over here running. If you want to trade futures, you can use Tradeovate or whatever is using Tradeovate as their platform. It just depends on like what assets you're using because each broker kind of offers different assets to trade. I wouldn't use the Meta platform at all moving forward because everybody's getting kicked off on it. A lot of people say that MT5 is okay, but TFF had the same issues with MT5. If you guys remember, that's how it all started. They had issues with MT5 like I think a couple weeks ago, and then now MT4 is completely knocked off. So. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. I would probably stay away from meta quotes. Try to use a different platform, or just see what other platform everybody else is using now, like all the new brokers. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Brock said that FTMO Trader has a block on US residents. I didn't even know that. Well, I'd probably just move away from FTMO at this point. Just use Apex, especially if you're located in the US. All right, guys, there's no V1 pattern over here. It was a V1 pattern here, but there's a new low that established. There's no longer V1 patterns on either side. You can see over here from the clean chart that price isn't really going anywhere. It's kind of just going back and forth. It's ranging between this support and this resistance up here. So there's no direction here. Price is going back and forth right here down the middle. And we'll have to wait and see what happens here once price actually breaks out of this range. I mean, there's just nothing here to look at or for us to take. Jay said I'm about to call my bank. Jay's about to call about to charge back everything, huh? He's gonna be like that. See if I can find it. Like this is about to be Jay right now. It's gonna be Jay calling his Chase Bank right now. I'm here to report fraud. Uh, yeah, it's about to be Jay. No, I mean I do it too. I'm probably gonna call Chase Bank right now too, right after we get off this slide. Yeah, Williams said he called when MFF died out, he called Discover and Chase and he got all his money back. He will do the same with TFF. Take about 4 weeks to process, but worked out. I'm gonna do it too. Yeah, I should do it. Yeah. So guys, if you guys have a TFF account, I mean, I probably wouldn't wait for it. I would probably just call in and report it. You know, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this too. Take a send this to the bank. There you go. I know it's yeah, NM said you guys money back from MFF2 from MasterCard. Yeah, I wouldn't bank on them giving your money back. You probably would just want to you probably want to just get a refund on whatever challenge you paid for it. And then you know, in the future you could open another account with them rather than waiting. Well, yeah. So CT said he tried to do it on Wells Fargo, but they didn't accept it. I mean, Wells Fargo's they've been scamming since day one, so I don't be surprised. I had an identity theft from Wells Fargo. So like quick story, when I was like one, like in 1991 when I was one, someone opened a home loan under my name at Wells Fargo and they processed it. So when I turned 18 and I tried to get a credit card, my credit was all fucked up and they wouldn't give me a credit card. So like I had to go and do like I had to go and file all this stuff and they came up with like that my social security was used when I was like one to buy a house in like the Bay Area. And I mean, it's crazy. It took like a 4-year process to get my credit cleared. And then I finally was able to get a credit card when I was like 21. It's crazy. And I know people who work at Wells Fargo, they're like the scammiest people ever. Like my friend that used to work at Wells Fargo, they used to open checking accounts for people who are dead. They would go to like cemeteries and people would just get fake names and they just open like accounts with like fake names, with like real names of people who died and not even check social security, check ID, check none of that stuff. Wells Fargo is like one of the scammiest banks ever. There, if you could look them up too, there's so many lawsuits with Wells Fargo. I would never use Wells Fargo for banking. John said that they told him that he owned a Mustang. That's like, yeah, I would never bank with Wells Fargo. I use Chase. So if you guys ever want to use a big bank, I think Chase is trustworthy. Wells Fargo has a lot of bad rep for a lot of scams that happened over the years. Even Bank of America, I would use Bank of America or Chase if you want to use a big bank. Yeah, it's all good. It is what it is. Good times. Good times dealing with the FBI. I was like on the FBI had interviewed me for like 2 or 3 years to like because they thought I was lying, but I was like, why would I buy a house at 1 year when I was one? And why would I like default? But they found the guy who used my social security, which is crazy. I'm surprised they found him over like 20 years later. All right, so there's no entries here, guys. I know we're going off topic and we're kind of just joking around, but there's nothing for us to take here. There's no trend. The trend is kind of just going back and forth. There's a double body right here, so there is structure. So I mean, if price decides to climb up from where it's currently at, we may be able to look for a buy here. But if not, then price might come back down and we might be able to look for a sell. The trend's still bearish, so it's kind of hard for us to find anything here at the moment. Yeah, NM said there is a Lex Friedman podcast with Matthew Cox about the subject, identity theft, credit card, etc. The guy's story is insanely interesting. Yeah, I'll probably take a look. I mean, it's interesting for people who are reading about it, but if you get your identity theft stolen, there's nothing interesting about it. It sucks. It's like a whole long process where you have to like basically argue that it wasn't you doing all these fraudulent things because they don't believe you until you can like actually prove it or until they find somebody who was responsible for it. But yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks, Anna. All right, guys, if there's any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. There's really nothing for us to take here. Right here, you can't really see what's going on, but if you go to our clean chart right here, you can see that price isn't really doing anything. It's going back and forth between this area right here, this 1-minute resistance and this 1-minute support. I mean, realistically, it's not even touching both levels. It's kind of just consolidating in between sideways. So there's nothing here for us to take. So if you guys have any questions, I can answer your questions right now because the market's kind of not doing anything, right? This is why I'm glad that, and this is like the whole reason why I came up with the breakout strategy, right? For the PRB strategy here, I came up with this because I got tired of waiting for our entry to come up like at 7:30, right? We sit on the market for like an hour, almost an hour and a half. And then our entry finally comes, but it's super late, like way down here. So I was like, okay, I need some action when the market's actually moving. So that's why I came up with the breakout strategy. Like I mentioned, this strategy I came up with this like within like less than an hour. What I did was I opened up the chart every single day between 6:30. Like I just went to 6:30 and I'll show you, this is exactly what I did yesterday too, when I was explaining to you guys. So basically what I do when I create a strategy is so I have no indicators first. That's how I start. So I have no indicators here, right? I just go to the chart and I'll mark up, okay, 6:30, this is where market opens. Like if I'm looking for a breakout strategy, I know volatility is right here, 6:30 and 7. So this is how I put together the strategy. I just went between 6:30 and 7. And I was like, okay, what happens here between 6:30 and 7, right? I was like, okay, price is ranging here, but there's enough movement here, for me to catch a breakout, right? So first thing I did was I turned on the trend meter and I was like, okay, trend is bearish here, so I can probably look for a sell. Next up, I turned on the pivots. I was like, all right, price is bearish here. Where's the pattern that I'm looking for? I turn on momentum and I'm like, okay, there's a sell momentum here. I see how price comes down, retraces and comes back down, right? So I'm like, okay, this is a pretty nice setup right here because this kind of shows me what I'm looking for. So I'm like, okay, if I wanted to just take a sell here, there's like a bunch of different ways that I can take it. If I just want to trade based off momentum, I could literally do that, right? I can take this off here. And I'm like, okay, momentum, and the trend meter is red. I can take this for a short position right there. There goes one strategy. If I wanted to just do that, trade off momentum, that could be another breakout, right? This would basically be like the original breakout that we applied. That's like one entry there. If I wanted to add the pivots or the high lows, I'm like, okay, I can see price push up. I can see a reversal right here. I see the sell signal. And there goes another entry for me to take for a sell. Trend meter's red. And that's kind of how I put together strategies. So, this is pretty much where the PRB strategy originated from. It's because the market's been super slow for the past couple of weeks, or like for the past month, pretty much. And I wanted something that we can take right here within the first 30 minutes. So like I mentioned, I'm going to keep applying the PRB strategy. The market's always shifting, so I have to make some adjustments when necessary. So I'm not going to give you guys criteria because if I have to keep changing the strategy, like every week slightly, there's just no need for me to create one video because then I have to create a bunch of videos. So yeah, Amal said we should just be trading PRB, right? Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to just take the PRB entry, you guys can. It's not a big deal. It's a great strategy to trade with. But all right, so yeah, if there's any other questions, guys, feel free to put them in the chat. There's nothing here for us to really, take right now. Eventually price might come. So you can see price is starting to shift to the upside. And you can see right here, we have a V1 pattern. So we're starting to get that setup right here. The breakout V3 is starting to set up. Exactly. Maddie said the breakout and the V3 scalp is pretty much all you need. That's really all you need. If you take 2 entries a day, that's like you make about like 2,500 per Apex account on 150K. That's a lot of profit, guys. You think about it. So like if you do the math, like that's a lot of profit. 2,500 times 20 accounts, that's 50,000 in like one day, taking just 2 trades, a PRB and a breakout V3 continuation. That's just one day of trading with 20 Apex accounts. So I'm pretty excited because once I get 20 accounts, that's how much profit I'm going to expect per trade, right? And we're keeping it simple, straightforward, just one entry for the PRB and then one entry for the breakout V3 scalp. That's a lot of profit. I'm just excited thinking about it right now because there's so many opportunities. All right, so the trend here still hasn't been confirmed yet, guys. If you guys want to take this breakout V3 continuation, you guys can. It doesn't meet my criteria with regard to the trend yet because the trend has not confirmed, but I will mark it up for you guys here if anybody does want to take it. It's not closing yet, but we need the buy signal to close and it needs to be followed by a green candle. Once we have that, you guys can take this for a breakout V3 continuation. We do have the confluence here for reversal. So price came up, came back down, provided a double body wick rejection right here, which confirmed reversal. The only problem for me here is that the trend hasn't confirmed. I need to have like a for sure trend before I take any entry here for it to be an A+ setup. This could probably be like an A setup, maybe not an A+ because not all criteria is met. Maybe an A+. This might be like an A to B setup, not an A+ in my opinion. So if you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys. But at this very moment, it's not yet available. Yeah, exactly. Martha said this will be the focus for the mentorship. Yeah, being able to be disciplined and consistent, right? So the whole mentorship that we're doing, again, if you guys signed up for the mentorship and you guys haven't got an email from me, message me on Discord as soon as possible. The mentorship is starting on Sunday. So if you guys are still interested, we might have a few spots. It depends on the person. If you message me, I'll look at your background and see if you're someone that I can work with in this mentorship. If you are, then I'll extend the invite to you. If not, then I'll push you to the next cycle. It's a 3-month mentorship, so I gotta I gotta work with you for 3 months. So I gotta see if you're a good fit for the group. Um, Randy's asking if the orientation will be recorded. Yes, that is correct. It will be recorded, Randy. So it'll be recorded. If you have any questions that you want me to cover beforehand, just send them to me, and then I'll cover them during the mentorship. But I think everything's pretty much going to get covered. I'll cover literally everything when it comes time. All right, so there's a breakout V3 continuation setting up right here, guys. If anybody wants to take it, I'm going to sit out on it because, again, like I mentioned, I'm only taking A+ setups. This is going to be like an A setup, but not an A+ in my opinion, because the trend here still has not confirmed completely. This doesn't mean that it's not going to hit, but for my criteria, it doesn't meet. So here goes a breakout V3 continuation right there. It is currently running in profit. We'll follow it here as price continues to climb, but I'm not going to be entering this trade here personally. If it pulls back, I'll wait for it to maybe swing back up and I'll take it for a late entry. But for me personally, I'm not going to take it because, well, not yet, because it doesn't, like the trend here has not confirmed yet. Right? I need it to be super clear. I need this red pivot to be below all the pivots, and I need them to be fanning to the upside. If I had that, I would have taken it, but it doesn't meet my criteria here. So if you guys want to take it, it's still currently in drawdown, so it can swing back up. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm just waiting for it to swing back up, and then maybe I can enter for a late entry. I'll watch it. We'll see how this candle right here closes. And again, this is why I don't take certain entries, right? I take certain entries only if they meet my criteria. Let's see. Craig is asking, is it 7 minimum trading days for Apex for eval? I have no idea, to be honest, Craig. You can check out the FAQs. It should be there, or it should be like on your welcome email. I don't really focus on that stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on like the minimum trading days. You shouldn't be passing your challenge within like 2 days anyways. So for me, it doesn't affect me because I take my time with the trades and I take proper lot sizing. I don't know. Does anybody know the answer to that? Is there any minimum trading days for Apex guys? For me, I mean, I never really look at that. Okay. So CT said 7. Kenneth said 7. Everyone said it's on the FAQs. I guess we can take a look here. Let's see. I'm not in this trade, guys, so I don't really have a stake in this. But let me pull it up. Okay, Craig found it. Yeah, it's 7. Gotcha. Yeah, everything's on the FAQs, guys. If you guys have any questions regarding Apex, the FAQ has like literally everything that you can ask for. The FAQs go back like I think 4 or 5 years. So there's so many questions in there that have been asked and it's been answered. So if you guys ever want to look, just look at the FAQs. You just gotta look hard. You gotta look hard enough. Like it's gonna be there. I think Sisu did like a super deep dive on it as well. Yeah, there is an information overload on the FAQs. That's why you'd probably be better off using the search function to find it. But yeah, Kenneth said that there is some promos where you can pass in 1 day. Yeah, I've seen them come up. I mean, I would never pass in 1 day though. You'd have to like take huge risks to pass in 1 day. To make 9,000 on because the thing that you have to think about is that, and Vince, I'm not taking this trade here. So I'm not taking the trade at all. It didn't meet my criteria on open, like on the open of the candle here, so I'm not taking it. If I was to take it, I would only take it if it swung up. Right. So I'm not in this position here, guys. This isn't one of the official trades because I'm not taking it. The only time I would take it is like, so for example, if it pulled back and we got a V1 pattern down here, like a double body or double wick, then I would maybe take it for a late entry, or I would wait for it to swing back up to this area right here. And then this is where I would make my entry. I wouldn't try to get in for a discount. I would just wait for it to swing back up for confluence and confirmation. So it didn't meet my criteria up here, so I was never like planning on taking it. And I'm pretty glad I didn't. All right, so I'm gonna take this off here. I want you guys to think that I'm in the position. So only one trade for today, guys. I took the breakout V3, or sorry, I took the PRV entry. This entry right here came up, but it didn't meet criteria. As you guys can see, it came up. There was the setup came up right here, but the trend was not confirmed yet. So it didn't meet my criteria for an A+ setup. Oh yeah, I forgot, guys. So I was gonna give you guys a link for that earlier. Here, I'll put the link down here again. 71% off right now if anybody's looking to sign up for Apex. So 71% off. Let's see, John's asking, I want to sign up for Apex. Do you have the 150K? I have the 150K Tradeovate, John. If you want to use NinjaTrader with the copier, you have to have Tradeovate. I'm not sure if Rhythmic has their own copier, but NinjaTrader is one that I use. I think that's the one everybody uses. So use Tradeovate because if you have Tradeovate, you can log into, you know what I just realized? I could trade directly on TradingView. I don't even have to be on Ninja. I just have to leave Ninja on. But yeah, use Tradeovate because if you have that, you can log into TradingView here. You could also log on to NinjaTrader. You can log into actual Tradeovate website. But yeah, I just realized, guys, that I can trade directly on here now because I already have the copier. I just have to have the copier on, but I could execute the trades on my TradingView. I'll try this tomorrow then. I think tomorrow I'll try it. And then we'll because it's going to be easier if I can just click and point, or sorry, not tomorrow, on Monday. It's going to be easier to just click and point on here versus having to use a separate laptop. I just realized that. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, guys, if you guys are going to open an Apex account, I do recommend you open it with Tradeovate. I know it costs a little more, but that little more is worth it because you can log into a lot of different platforms. You can log into TradingView, you can log into NinjaTrader, you can log into the Tradeovate actual website. If you use Rhythmic, you can only use Rhythmic, and you can't switch in between them. So just a heads up. And if you guys accidentally open a Rhythmic account, just message Tradeovate. Sorry, message Apex, and they should be able to give you a refund and then have you open another account with Tradeovate. All right, Craig, we'll see you back here next week. Have a good weekend. Cam was asking, can I buy an Apex to get the discount and trade it when I'm ready? Or do you have to trade the time period? You have to trade within the time period, Camo, because your monthly starts on the day that you buy it. Right. So like if you open one right now, then it's going to charge you the next month if you haven't passed your eval yet. So it starts on the day that you sign up. I know it sucks because like when they had the 80% off, I wanted to buy a bunch of accounts, but I didn't want to trade them all. But I realized that the countdown starts like when you buy it. All right, guys. So if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Let's take a look at the team profits for the day. I don't even think we looked at them yet. So we got a ton of team profits here. We have Craig with a 150K Apex passed account. He locked in a total profit of 5,302 for the day. Nice work, Craig. So great work on passing this Apex there. We have another past member here. It seems like every week we have a new person who's passed and also and getting paid out. So great work right there, Craig. Natasha accidentally entered the trade the wrong way and she lost a little bit, but she's still up for the week. So it's all good, Natasha. It happens. We all make the mistakes. We have David over here with a total profit of 44.44 for the day. All wins here. Nice work, David. We have Craig here at 3,915 on this account. All wins there. We have Gian with a total profit of 882 for the day. All wins here. Sorry, Gian. Yeah, Gian said, let's go. PBJ making bread. PBJ. Good one. We have Johnny over here, total profit of 2,983 on his FTMO. All wins there. So he made 3,000 on his FTMO and he made a total profit of 16,800 on his Apex. Nice work, Johnny. We got Kenneth here, a total profit of 4,094 for the day and a total profit of 20,200 for the week. Nice work, Kenneth. Yeah, you guys are on fire this week, this day and this week. Like I've told you guys in the past, NFP is either going to be really good, really bad, or it's just going to go sideways. This week has been really good for us because we won every single trade for the PRB and we didn't have any losses, so pretty solid. We have Jonathan over here with a total profit of 855 for the day. All wins there. Man, I feel like Jonathan here, as soon as he got on Apex, he's just been on a roll. Maybe it was just the platform, Jonathan. You just had to get off MT4 because you've been on fire for the past, couple of weeks now, ever since you got on Apex. So great work right there, Jonathan. We have Madhu over here with a total profit of 1,700. He took the PRB entry as well. Nice work, Madhu, all wins. We have Craig's earlier profits, 2,775. We have William, total profit of 1,229. Nice work, William. We have Maddie, total profit of 8,585 for the day and a total profit of 26,200 for the week. Nice work, Maddie, all wins. And lastly, we have Andreas here with a total profit of 2,330 for the day. All wins. Nice work, Andreas. So yeah, if there's any more profits that you guys want to share, feel free to share them in the chat. Unfortunately, there's just nothing for us to take here at the moment. Price keeps going sideways. Currently, the trend here is now shift to a bullish trend. It's now swinging to the upside. But you can see over here that price hasn't really gone anywhere. It's currently at the 1 minute resistance. So it hasn't really made much of a difference. It's just right there again, per usual. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, again, it's another waiting game here, and there's not really much for us to take. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to pop in the chat. I'll answer whatever questions you guys want me to answer. Otherwise, let me check the Discord real quick. Yeah, so Brock said that he gets this every time he logs into CTrader. Says, we regret to inform you that we do not offer our services to US residents. Damn. I didn't even know you were in the US, Brock. I thought you were somewhere else. Now that well, it's good to know that you're or maybe you're not, you're on the US and you just click. I wonder if you can just click I'm not a US resident and they'll just believe you. Because that'd be kind of funny. It's kind of like retail sentiment, right? When I open the retail sentiment here, if I refresh this, it says starting from December 19, 2022, it's no longer intended for US residents. Yeah, right. I'm not a US resident. And we still use it. So I don't know, maybe see traders like that where you can just click that you are not a US resident, you can still use it. But I mean, I don't know, I've never used CTrader before. I think you're the only person I know who uses it. Barack and Sam, those are two people I know who use CTrader. Yeah, Deswell said, honestly, he thinks prop firms need to be regulated. I agree as well. No more scamming. Gotcha. Yeah, so Brock just clicks that he's not in the US. That makes sense. Thanks for sharing that, Brock, so that now that we know. Are logged in trading on Apex account, and the data is included. So we had this question from John earlier too. He asked us if he needs to buy the real-time data for TradingView. For me personally, I buy it because I like having my own data. It's only like $7 a month, so it's not really expensive. But if you're using an Apex account and you log into your trading panel with Apex, then the data is included. So just a heads up, you can pay for it or you can have it loaded onto your Apex. So The problem with this here is that if you're loading it onto your Apex, you only have it on one window. I need to have it on multiple windows here because we have different windows open. So that's why I just pay for it, $7. Not a big cost for me. So I still pay for my own data even though I use Apex. Just a heads up. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Brock. So Brock is in the US, but not American. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see. Matt said he accidentally signed up with Rhythmic and then had to buy a trade of A1. Were they able to refund you, Matt? I mean, they should have. I think that happened with a couple other people too. So if you just message their customer service, they'll just refund you. Just say it was your first time signing up and you made the mistake. Because if you guys if you go on the Apex website, it's really easy to screw it up, guys. Like it's not. Don't feel ashamed if you made the mistake because if you go on their website's so dated that let me put it up here quick. The website is so dated. Like when you sign up, you're like, okay, which one do I sign up for, right? Rhythmic or Ninja Trader? Like you wouldn't even know unless you ask somebody because it's like way down here. But you obviously want the Ninja Trader plan. It costs a little more because you have to pay for the Ninja Trader license. But I mean, it's well worth it because you can log into so many different platforms when you use this one right here. I think it's like a couple bucks more. Yeah, they updated the dashboard, but not the website. The website's super old still. Like signing up, it should be so much simpler, but the website's ran by a lot of old heads, so I think they just don't feel the need to make those changes, which I would understand. If the website works, there's no need to really make those changes. Yeah, CSUK said they're sorry guys. CSUK said they're pretty forgiving as long as you get back to them immediately and don't wait around with the issues. All right, Josh, we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for the orientation for the mentorship. Yeah, I'll try to make a separate challenge just for Apex because it is confusing and I don't want you guys to make those mistakes, especially since it's going to be one of our main platforms. Yeah, Kenny said that website honestly looks scammy. Yeah, no, it does. That's why initially I never wanted to use Apex because I thought it was scammy until some of our members got payouts and they got their wired funds and stuff. And I was like, okay, it works. I just need a little bit of convincing, of course. But it didn't. I don't blame you. It does seem a little scammy. It looks scammy. Let's see. So Deswell's asking, can you sign up for as many 300K accounts on Apex? You can have a total of 20 accounts, Deswell. So you can have 20 300K accounts if you want. I'm doing 20 150K accounts because it just kind of makes the most sense with your drawdown. But if that's not a problem for you, then the 300K is fine too. You just have to lower your contract size. You just get the best bang for your buck if you do 150K, but the 300K is good if you're okay with taking longer. It just takes longer to pass because you have less risk. But then long term, if you're looking at it from a long term perspective, Deswell, it makes the most sense, right? Because you'll have more funds in the future. So maybe in the future, if I do want to change my accounts, I'll maybe see if I can switch them to 300Ks. But it just depends on your trading because I've never used Apex before, so I wanted to have the most amount of risk available. And 150Ks is the high, out of the money wise, it's the highest that gives you good enough amount of risk. Because your risk is you could lose your max drawdown is 3% on 150K account. I think if you're on a 300K account, your risk is 2%, but you have to it takes longer to pass. You'll still pass, but it just takes longer. It might take 2 months to pass it. But then once you're funded, it's so well worth it because you have a bigger account. Let's see. Rise said, hi, Kodi. I've been watching you for a while, taking trades on my personal account with you. How do I get involved with the mentorship? You're awesome. Yeah, definitely. So if you want to get involved with the mentorship, I would recommend just emailing me like today. Email me at sean@kodikaitrades.com, or you can message me on Discord. Discord is probably gonna be your fastest way to get in touch with me. Just go to Discord. My username here is at Kodi Kai Trades. I'm just gonna have you fill out like a little application form. It's gonna have like details and information about like what you know and how familiar you are with trading. The mentorship is open to anybody. So if you want, if you're a member or not a member, it's still available to you. It's just like you have a different timeline for you to get stuff down if you know the strategies or if you don't. So yeah, guys, if you want to be part of the mentorship, I still have a couple of spots available. So if people are interested, just let me know. Send me a message on Discord or email me, and then I will. So here's my email. If anybody wants to email me. My texting is not working again, guys. Sorry, I can't even put it on here. But just message me on Discord. It's probably gonna be quicker to get a response from me. All right, we got some more profits over here from Kenny. Kenny said first NFP week with all wins. Total profit of 5,200. What is it? 5,220 for the day. All wins. Nice work, Kenny. Man, you killed it. First time all wins for NFP. You know, this is like hard to come by, especially for us too, because NFP is really tricky. And this week's just been great. Here we go with Cam. Cam locked in a total profit of 2,816 for the day. All wins as well. Nice work, Cam. Pretty solid. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, CT said price is coming up to liquidity. It's kind of far off, but it is climbing on its way up there. It's making its climb. So price finally broke out of the 1 minute resistance right here. It's starting to climb up higher to the 4-hour resistance above. But there's still no entries here. There was never a V1 pattern to establish any entry here. So there's nothing that I would have taken here to begin with. Yeah, Matt said it's not possible to switch accounts. Yeah, it's not possible to switch, but I think if you cancel and you ask them for a refund, they'll give you the refund for the Rhythmic. That's kind of what other people did as well. Let's see. Kenny said his uncle was thinking about getting into trading, and as soon as he saw the Apex website, he said, "Hell no." He sent him a screenshot of the payout hitting bank account to change his mind. Yeah, no, Apex is a tricky. It's a tricky website. It's just so dated and it looks fake, but they pay out and they've been around for a while. I think also they're partnered with one of the Shark Tank guys, like one of the original Shark Tank guys, so they have some credibility behind them. Here, I'll send you the link for the Discord. Price. My ad on Discord is Kodi Kai Trades. So at Kodi Kai Trades. I think that's my ad. If not, just go to the Discord channel and you'll see my messages on there. You can just click on my name. Here, I'll put the link for the Discord right there as well. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in the mentorship, guys, you guys have to message me like by today because the orientation's on Sunday. So if you're not ready by Sunday, the group's starting without you. So just make sure if you guys are interested, make sure to message me. The mentorship is for 3 months. It's from February up until May. Basically be trading over your shoulder, looking over all your trades, showing you how to journal, making sure that you're on point. We'll add the PRB strategy to the mentorship. So you guys will have a hands-on experience with it because I'll kind of show you what we're looking for. Sort of. I'm not going to show you exactly what the strategy is, but I'm gonna give you guys an understanding as to like what you're looking for when the entry comes up. Because again, I'm going to be making some adjustments as the market changes. Let's see. Deswell's asking, how are you copying with TraderBait? I use this it's a application on so TraderBait is a broker. There's another platform we use called NinjaTrader. It's kind of similar to MT4 where you can like link all your accounts at once. And with NinjaTrader, that's what we use to copy our trades. There's a third-party add-on that's called Replicanto by Flowbots. And I'll make a channel in the Discord explaining this at some point, but I use NinjaTrader. So that's why I have all these accounts right here as well on mine right here. So this is NinjaTrader, and basically this is my main account, and everything just copies to all of them. It's built into the platform. Let's see, we got Martha over here. Nice, yeah. So Martha said back to Asia on the correction from NFP. So nice work seeing this right here too, Martha. Martha here identified this. This price came down, rejected off the pivots, swung right back up to correction from NFP this morning. Nice work. Albert's asking, can I copy trade away to Rhythmic? I don't know personally. I know there's some bridge programs to it, but I personally don't know. I think if you're going to be using a copier on Rhythmic, you have to use this other platform called Quant Tower. I'm not familiar with it, so I can't really tell you much about it. But if you like, I've seen some YouTube videos about people explaining it. They use this platform called Quant Tower. It's kind of similar to NinjaTrader, but it's for Rhythmic. So I think Rhythmic also uses Tradeovate, but they're not using NinjaTrader. So Rhythmic, I know it's kind of confusing because, and let me see, so I don't even think I could put the, yeah, I don't even think I could even use this here. So see, Albert says he has Rhythmic on NinjaTrader. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't help you with anything with Rhythmic because I've never used Rhythmic before. I'm not familiar with them. I know all the platforms are, they kind of, they kind of mesh because I know Rhythmic allows for NinjaTrader accounts and NinjaTrader account allows for Tradeovate accounts, but I think they're two separate platforms. So if you want to trade on NinjaTrader with the NinjaTrader copier, you have to use NinjaTrader. I think with Rhythmic, you can use NinjaTrader and Tradeovate, but they use another platform called Quant Tower. So here, let's look on Apex real quick. Where's Apex? Let's go to the FAQs. So let's do I don't even know how to spell Rhythmic. Rhythmic, is that how you spell it? I spelled it wrong. Yeah, so there's a thing here that says, does Apex copier work with Tradeovate, Rhythmic at the same time? So it says, yes, if using NinjaTrader or no. That doesn't answer your question. So can I use Apex Trade Copier on Rhythmic and Live Broker? It says yes, as long as you connect to NinjaTrader with a paid NinjaTrader license. So I think you can copy from NinjaTrader to Rhythmic. I don't think you can copy from Rhythmic to NinjaTrader. So you can do like one direction, but you can't do the other way. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Rhythmic, guys, so I can't really help with that. But there's probably going to be like YouTube videos available and stuff like that that you guys can use to understand it better. Yeah, it sounds confusing and complicated, guys, but once you actually get it down, it's actually super simple. I actually like NinjaTrader now that I'm gotten the hang of it because it works out pretty smooth. All right, guys, I will message you once we get off this live. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. It's 7:52 right now. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. I'm not expecting anything else to happen here on the chart from now until then. Unfortunately, there was no other entries aside from the PRB entry, which I'm pretty sure everybody's happy with because everyone locked in profits off that. We have some more profits here from CERN. CERN locked in a total profit of 1,099 for the day, all wins. Nice work, CERN. Yeah, closing out. NFP, heavy profits. Yeah, CERN killed it today. Let me just copy this over. All right, so there goes CERN's profits. And other than that, I think that's about it, guys. So if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out, guys. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Be safe. Chill off the markets for today. As you guys know, it's still NFP, guys. So just, if you guys don't have to trade, which I'm pretty sure nobody does, just call it a week. We've had a pretty much week with no losses for NFP, which is we haven't had this in a while. Usually we have at least like one loss during NFP because it's usually the trickiest week of the month. But we had nonstop unlimited wins. So, all right, guys, if you guys are part of the mentorship, I'll see you guys back here on Sunday. Otherwise, if you guys are interested, just reach out and we will talk about whether you can be part of the program or not. So, all right, guys, other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys back here on Sunday or Monday for the next live trading session.